Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about one of the best methods to rid yourself of narcissistic people within your life. And this is rule 15 of how to deal with narcissistic people. And one of the best methods to deal with a narcissistic person is to play them at their own game. Now, there are plenty of games that you do not want to play with a narcissist. However, when it comes to the narcissist silence, this is a game that narcissistic people play to psychologically hurt and manipulate you. However, the narcissist silence is a game that they play where when you respond with silence, they don't get anywhere with you. They don't get what they want from you. They don't get what they need from you. More often than not, what you need is a narcissistic person to start the ball rolling by falling silent on you. And what happens when they fall silent on you is, more often than not, you go and chase them, you go and give them the attention, you go and apologise to them, you go and make it up to them, you go and change your no into a yes to suit them. They get what they want. They learn that this pattern of behaviour works for them. Whereas when they fall silent on you, if you remain silent on them, their ego is often too big to come to you. More often than not, if you fall silent on the narcissist silence, they will leave you alone. Now, people fall silent for many different reasons, and it's not just narcissistic people that fall silent. People who are hurting, people who are going through things, people who simply do not know what to say, people who are too afraid to speak out, people who have just had enough, people who have been neglected for a long time. There is many reasons why people fall silent, and the intentions behind this aren't always manipulative. When it comes to a narcissistic person, you'll notice that repeat pattern of behavior within them. And it's usually not just one person that they fall silent with. They tend to go around people falling silent on people. So they might ask a work colleague for a favour. They might ask a work colleague to come and shift a washing machine for them. And the narcissist wants them to come and do it that evening. And because the work colleague is busy, this criticises the narcissist's ego, that they believe they're entitled to get their needs met straight away. So they're going to fall out with that work colleague. If the narcissist's parents say something to the narcissist about the narcissist's life choices that perhaps are morally or society see as wrong, the narcissist is going to take offence and may fall silent on their parents. If a narcissist child isn't giving the narcissist the admiration, the attention the narcissist believes they're entitled to, if the narcissist child isn't serving the narcissist, if the narcissist child has spoken something positive about their other parent that the narcissist is no longer with, a narcissist will then fall silent on their own child for not conforming to the narcissist's demands. A narcissist can have a best friend for many years, 20, 30 years, and they can try to cheat with that best friend's spouse, that best friend's husband, wife, that best friend's partner. And the narcissist, when they get caught out, will fall out with the best friend and will fall silent on the best friend and will blame the best friend and will expect the best friend to come and chase them, to come and make it up to them, because the narcissist doesn't see themselves as the issue. The narcissist sees the other person as the issue. Now, when it comes to some toddlers can throw almighty tantrums when they don't get their own way, or when they get caught out on something they shouldn't have done. And they're little and they're small and they can go through many different methods. Some toddlers know how to hold their breath until they go blue in the face, which is quite impressive. And some toddlers know how to fall silent. Some will tantrum loudly. And they are trying to get their needs met. They're trying to get their own way. They're trying to get that attention. When that method does not work for the toddler. The toddler eventually learns how to grow out of this. The toddler learns how to take responsibility. If they've been called out, if a parent's told them on something they shouldn't have done and the toddler's gone silent or thrown some form of tantrum, they learned to take responsibility for their own behaviour as they grow. We can expect this sort of behaviour from toddlers that are not fully communicating with adults yet, don't have the full understanding, the reasoning, the life education to get what's happening, can throw tantrums. However, as they grow, develop and learn, they grow out of this. Narcissistic people somehow miss that step. They miss the step of being able to take responsibility for their own behaviour. They miss the step of learning that sometimes things don't go their way, and they throw some of the most almighty tantrums in adults' bodies, and it can be very, very scary to witness and very scary to be around, from their rage to their silence. If you say something that criticises a narcissist's ego, they might fall silent on you. If you do something that they don't want you to do, and something as simple as going out to meet friends or family, they might fall silent on you. If they ask you to do something that goes against your values, your beliefs, your morals, and you say no to them, they fall silent on you. If they wake you up in the middle of the night for something and you say no to them, they get offended and they fall silent on you. The silent treatment is psychological manipulation so that the narcissist can get what they want from you. It is their passive aggressive manipulation to get their needs met by you. Similar to sulking. Toddlers can sulk. Narcissistic people, grown adults, can sulk, and they do it in such a way that they get everybody feeling sorry for them and pandering to them. You can simply need to discuss important family issues with a narcissist, and they're going to fall silent on you because they don't want to give you that information. You might need some financial information for forms, and they're going to tell you to just make something up, put something random down, and they're going to fall silent on you because they do not want to give you that information. You can call them out on cheating on you or cheating on someone you know, and they're going to fall silent on you because they don't want to take responsibility for their own behaviour and because they feel entitled to have everything their own way. And when they fall silent on you, they expect you to drop the conversation, to drop the situation. They expect you to chase them. They expect you to apologise to them. They expect you to make it up to them for the things they're doing to you. More often than not, because the narcissist's silence hurts us, because we feel that pain, because we want that communication, because we want that understanding, we want that validation, we want to help them, we want to support them, we want life to run smoothly with them, we want to try and work things out with them, we go chasing them, we go trying to make it up for them, we go changing our no into a yes to suit them, to avoid the pain. We start walking on eggshells and fawning to their behaviour to avoid the silent treatment from them. However, one of the best methods to rid yourself of narcissistic people, one of the best methods to deal with a narcissist's silence is to respect the fact that they do not want to communicate with you and stop communicating with them. Respect the fact that they don't want to give you that information. Stop asking for that information and stop communicating with them. Respect the fact that they don't respect your boundary, they don't respect your no, and they're willing to fall silent on you because you haven't said yes, and remain silent on them. Respect the fact that they are liars, they are cheaters, they are fraudsters that have fallen silent on you because they do not want to get called out on the things that they've done to you, and stay silent on them. Respect the fact that they're not going to take responsibility for their own behaviour, no matter how you go about it, and remain silent on them when they are giving you the silent treatment. Respect their silence and stop communicating with them. Stop pandering to them. A narcissist will write the story in their own minds of how it's all your fault because they're not going to take responsibility. However, if they've fallen silent on you when you're not chasing them, you're not going to hear what they're saying about you. So it's irrelevant. If they fall silent on you and you respect their silence and stay quiet on them, they're not going to come and chase you. They're going to blame you. They're going to claim that it's all your fault, all you're doing, all your behaviour. And they will leave you alone for the most part. Now, some narcissistic people, when they haven't got the response they want from you, their ego's been hurt, so they're not going to come and chase you. They're waiting for you to chase them. They're waiting for you to go and get something from them. With a narcissist, if they want something from you, they might turn up a week, 6 months down the line and suddenly be, hey, how's things? Long time no speak. Especially narcissistic friends or narcissistic children to their parents. And the best way to handle this is just turn around to them and say, what do you want? Because that's going to hurt their ego and they're going to shuffle away a lot quicker than if you again pander to their needs and try to forgive them for the things they're actually doing to you. You can forgive them, just don't give them the opportunity to do it again to you. Remember, forgiveness is for you. Now, some narcissistic people, when the silent treatment doesn't work and you're not responding to them, they might up their games. They might start smearing your name in a format to make sure you know, to get you to speak out. They might start showing you partners off to you. They might start suddenly hanging around with some of your other friends. They might start suddenly becoming really friendly with other family members. Leave them to it. Let them get on with it. If they've fallen silent on you and they've fallen silent on other people, they'll soon fall silent on those people because of the narcissist fragile ego. They can't keep up that pretense. They will soon fall silent on those people. Leave them to it. In a court situation, don't give the narcissist any attention. Direct everything to the judge, the solicitors, the people in charge of the courtroom, and leave the narcissist to it. This is going to criticize their ego because they're looking for that attention. Yes, some will up their games, and the best thing you can do is stay out of it, stay silent, stay away from it. Narcissists are seeking that attention, they're seeking that adoration. When they're not getting it, it hurts their ego and they're going to unfortunately look elsewhere and they will leave you alone. It's not easy. We do slip up, we do react, we do try to defend ourselves, we try to justify ourselves, we try to help them, we try to explain ourselves. But once you learn that if you remain silent, they leave you alone, it does get easier. A lot of people don't like doing it because it does feel narcissistic. You're not doing it to punish them, to hurt them. You're doing it so that they can go and live their life far away from you and you can go and live yours. You're doing it because you can see that you've hurt their feelings to a point they feel the need to fall silent on you and fail to communicate with you. They don't want to communicate with you, so you're going to respect that and no longer communicate with them. You're not going to give in and give them what they want to make them feel better, because that's just going to make them fall silent on you again. So the next time a narcissistic person falls silent on you, respect their silence and remain silent towards them. It often dents their ego that much that they will not reach out to you because they are waiting for you to reach out to them. And when you don't reach out to them, they're going to find a way to blame you. That's not your problem. Leave them to it. Some might turn up later down the line like nothing ever happened. Just ask them what they want, because they've turned up because they want something from you, not because they've forgotten what happened. And usually the more we take a narcissist back, the more we forgive a narcissistic person, the worse their behaviour gets. And if they've fallen silent on you and you've fallen silent on them in retaliation to their silence, so to speak, they are going to take this as criticism. And if they can worm their way back in, they're going to punish you for not chasing after them, when realistically what you were doing was respecting the fact that they didn't want to communicate with you. As with some narcissistic people, when they fall silent on you and you try to chase them, this can trigger narcissistic rage, which they're going to blame you for not respecting the fact that they didn't want to communicate. You cannot win with these people, because if you respect their silence, they're going to be offended. If you try and make it up to them, it's going to stroke their ego, but they're going to be offended. So your best line of defense when dealing with a narcissist and dealing with their silence is to respect their silence and go and focus on the things that you want to do. Go and focus on the things that you enjoy out of your life. Don't take their silence personally. Recognize it for what they are trying to get from you. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot get no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is in the video description. If you're looking for further information and understanding on overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.